Basically, what this is going to do is after you've generated your list, right, you've got your count down and you have your total cost for the list here is, in this instance, $185.60. You may want to add in skip tracing. Now, what skip tracing will do, will add in phone numbers and emails and last known addresses, all great for contacting these people outside of just mailing. And of course, we include the last mailing address, or what we call last known address, as a perk from a standpoint of if you're getting to return mail, you can look at that last known address to say, oh, they might have moved. And we actually track this outside of the US Postal Service as well. So we have our own methods of tracking this information because we aggregate so many sources out there. All right, hopefully this makes sense. So you can either select yes or no. Just got to make sure that you update your order. So if you do select yes, that'll add in your skip tracing costs. Now, as you can see here, it's called the max skip trace cost. And a couple reminders, you only pay for the appends, not searching. So let's say that you have 4,600 records here or thereabouts that you've submitted on your list, but we skip trace only, let's say 4,000 of them out of the 4,600. You will only pay for the 4,000. How do we do that, you ask? Well, what we do is we actually calculate it. We calculate your max. We authorize your credit card for this max amount. So we pre-authorize it for that amount, and that is the $881.60 here. So if we don't append, then it'll be the cost will be actually less than this $881.60 that actually will be charged to your credit card. I hope this makes sense. And again here, what if your list doesn't 100% append? Then of course you'll only be charged for the appends, not searching like some other providers. So really important fact here. The other important fact on skip tracing is that we actually remember what you skip trace with us. So if you re-skip the same name and address, we keep track of that. And if it hasn't been too long of a time, we won't charge you for that skip tracing. And that's really important to understand is skip tracing with Leadfuzion will actually save you a ton of money just because of that fact. So you can skip trace two massive lists, let's say 5,000 here and another 5,000, and 2,000 of those cross over on each list. You'll only be charged for that 2,000 once. On the second list of that 2,000, you will not be charged. And like I said, as long as the data is fresh and up to date, you won't be charged. If we get new data in, you would be charged in that case, if we find more phone numbers for you, basically. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Welcome to Skip Tracing. Please chat us if you have any questions, of course, on the chat box. We'd be happy to help. And like always, from here, you can do your purchase and skip. All right, have a great day.